Hello children, welcome to our video. I am Mrs. Manonmani P, Department of Physics. I am here because I love kids and teaching. Today we are going to learn about chapter number 2, measurement. Learning objectives. Yes, measurement of time and measurement of mass. Yes, now we have to discuss about measurement of time. Let's see children. First of all, we have to know about the definition of time. Time is a moment or a duration in which things occur. For example, school timing. You know children, school timing means morning 9:30 to 4 o'clock, isn't it? So that timing means that is a moment or duration which things occur. So we have to properly we have to go there. So school timing and then train, aeroplane, bus. For example, we have to go any other function. We have to fix a time, you know. In ancient times, people used some natural events which repeated regularly after fixed time intervals. For example, sunrise or moon positions to measure time. Is a unit of time. The standard and basic unit of measuring time is second. Yes, children, already you studied this in mathematics, I think so. The symbol of second is years. The larger unit of time than second are minute and then hour. The symbol of minute is MIN and then symbol of hour is H. Please remember these important units, children. Let's listen. Now we have to discuss about relation between hour, minute and then second. 1 hour equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. Already you studied this formula in mathematics. Yes, 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. And then children, for example, the bigger units of time for expressing longer time intervals are day, month and year. How many days are in a week? Yes, there are 7 days. And then 1 year equal to 52 weeks. And then children, the still bigger units for expressing very long time intervals are decade, century and then millennium. 1 decade equal to 10 years, 1 century equal to 100 years and then 1 millennium equal to 1000 years. And now we have to discuss about time measuring devices. Sundial. Yes children, a sundial measures time by the position of the shadow cast by the sun. How shadow is formed? Yes, any other object block the rays of the sunlight, at the time only shadow is created. Due to apparent movement of the sun in the sky, the position of the shadow of a vertical object on the ground changes continuously throughout the day. And then some historical sundials still exist in India at Jantar Mantar in Delhi and also at Jaipur in Rajasthan. Yes children, this is Jantar Mantar. Sand clock. Another yearly device for measuring time. Sand clock is also known as sand glass or hourglass. The sand clock uses the flow of sand from one glass bulb to another to measure time. And then the length of time taken by the sand to pass from one bulb of the sand clock to the other gives a constant time interval. Now we have to discuss about pendulum clock. You know children, 10 to 15 years back, most of the houses are having this type of clocks only, that is only pendulum clock. Motion which repeats itself at regular intervals of time is called periodic motion. The principle of periodic motion is used for measuring time. One of the most common devices which shows periodic motion is the simple pendulum. We will see the simple pendulum later children. Yes, now we have to discuss about modern watches. Quartz. Have you heard quartz watch? Yes, quartz is a hard mineral consisting of silica. A tiny quartz crystal when joined into an electric circuit are used for measuring time very accurately. Nowadays, most of the accurate clocks and watches are using quartz crystals for measuring time. You know, everybody we are using quartz watches only. The clocks and watches which use quartz crystal for the working are called quartz watches and quartz clocks. This type of clocks and watches gives us very accurate time, children. Yes, now we have to discuss about water clock. Water was allowed to dip from one vessel to another vessel kept at a lower level. The time taken by the entire water to drift from upper vessel to lower vessel was used for measuring time interval. Every time the upper vessel is filled with water, it takes water exactly the same time to drip into the lower vessel, children. Now we have to discuss about measurement of mass. Mass is the measurement which tells how heavy an object. Kilogram is used as a standard unit for measuring the mass of an object. Have you see the shopkeeper? Shopkeeper is used this type of balances, and then what unit they are using? Yes, kilogram. Kilogram is written in short form as kg. In ancient time, pound was used as unit of measurement of mass. Though kilogram is a standard unit of mass, but sometimes other units of mass are gram, milligram and quintal are used for our convenience. Yes, children, this is a metric units of mass table. 1 gram equal to 1000 milligram, 1 kilogram equal to 1000 gram, 1 metric ton equal to 1000 kilogram. Yes, now we have to discuss about some examples. Yes, children, kilogram can be used for measurement of mass of vegetables, fruits and mass of grocery, etc. And it can be also be used to measure the weight of a person. And then spices. Yes, children, your mother is used in cooking spices, you know. Spices have less mass, that is much smaller than a kilogram. It is inconvenient to express such small masses in terms of kilograms, so mass of light objects measured in gram. And then gold ornaments. Gold ornaments have very less mass, so which is much smaller than even a gram. So it is inconvenient to express their mass in terms of gram. And then we have to discuss about next unit, the harvester husk grains. You know, they are very heavy. It is inconvenient to express such heavy mass in the unit of kilogram. At the time we have to use a big unit of mass. That unit is called quintal. 1 quintal equal to 100 kilogram. The heavy weights are measured in a big unit of mass called quintal. 1 quintal equal to 100 kilogram. Mass measuring devices. There are many instruments available for measuring weight, and such devices are called balancers. The most commonly used balances are beam balance and electronic balance. Beam balance. Yes, children, have you seen this balance? Yes, it is a device used for the determination of a mass of a body under gravitation. Gravitation of புவி ஈர்ப்பு. Yes, it consists of a beam supported at the center by a knife edging and then on a support moving inside a vertical pillar. The beam carries a light pointer which moves over a scale. There are two pans of equal masses. You know, children, here one pan you have to put whatever object you have to keep there. Another pan you have to use for adjusting nuts. These can be adjusted to make the pointer oscillate. You know that physical balance is oscillating, beam balance is oscillating within the scale when the balance is raised. The balance is mounted on a platform provided with 3 leveling screws which makes the pillar vertical. Now we have to discuss about physical balance. A physical balance is a modified and highly sensitive version of the beam balance. It is used in science laboratories for the accurate measurement of chemicals. And then electronic balance. You know, children, this device is mostly used in shopping malls. Yes. Another type of balance you might have seen while shopping is a digital category of balance called electronic balance. Moreover, such devices are easy to use and have fast calculations. Yes, children, such balances use coil and magnet arrangement to create a comparing weight of required value by giving rise to electromagnetic force. There inside, electromagnetic force is there. So the weight so generated is displayed on the digital scale. Yes, children, I hope you understood the topics clearly. Thank you, children. Have a nice day. Happy moments, praise God. Difficult moments, seek God. And then painful moments, trust God. Quiet moments, worship hard. Every moment, thank God. Thank you, children.